Monday will be out of this world. A solar eclipse will sweep across the nation, bringing astronomical views to millions. Meteorologist Patrick Wright explains what an eclipse is and what we will see here in Northern California.
The third eclipse over the last several years kicks off Monday. Now, this is our neck of the woods in the solar system. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between us and the sun, casting a shadow somewhere on our planet. Now, this does happen quite frequently, but the main caveat is if you are beneath the shadow. Now, this time, the path of totality stretches from about Texas all the way up into the Great Lakes region, so many states in the Northeast will see an amazing show. In this region, it will completely blocking out the sun and will allow you to see the sun's atmosphere around the moon. Now, this is what that looks like from Earth's point of view. A nice glow around the moon will look absolutely beautiful. Now, here in our area, well, the sun will not be entirely covered. We'll see up to about 40% coverage at its peak around 11:20.
It's an exciting time, right? It's fascinating because the sun and the moon are always doing this sort of, dance that they do, right? They're always going around, and just every now and then they happen to line up in a way that makes us all sort of stop and realize that something exciting is happening up there all the time.
This eclipse will be different than the one last October. That was an annular eclipse where the moon was slightly closer to the sun, leaving more of the star exposed during totality. And this time we will also be farther away from the path of totality, which is on the East Coast.
Everything will get kind of dim, right? It'll start to kind of feel like the sun's going down, but the sun very clearly will not be going down. It'll be high up in the sky.
Dr. Nelson says predicting an eclipse involves lots of math, but we can predict when and where an eclipse will occur up to centuries in the future.
So eclipses are really fascinating scientific opportunities to see the sun in a way that we normally can't.
Dr. Nelson says eclipses have aided in the discovery of the sun having an atmosphere and a coronal structure that impacts our atmosphere in the form of northern lights, along with studying how stars and light behave. According to NASA and Dr. Nelson, 100 years ago, scientists tested Einstein's theory of general relativity by measuring how the images of stars shift when the sun is close by during an eclipse. In Chico, meteorologist Patrick Wright, Action News Now coverage you can count on.